You've been on a long journey seeking answers for your child's health challenges. You've eliminated foods, you've tried various supplements, you've even worked with multiple specialists. And finally, you discover neurologically focused chiropractic care. And after a few weeks, your doctor shows you colorful insight scans with exciting news. There's less red, there's more green, and the scores are constantly improving. There's really just one problem. Your child's symptoms haven't really changed much yet. Their meltdowns are still happening. The digestive issues still persist. Sensory challenges remain. And you might actually find yourself wondering, is this care even worth it? Why am I seeing changes on these scans, but not in my child? The apparent disconnect between improving scans and persistent symptoms isn't a sign that care isn't working. It's actually evidence of true healing beginning exactly where it should. Because from the inside out, at the neurological level, before visible symptoms change, we see scans change. This video is for parents who've started neurologically focused chiropractic care for their child who has a chronic health challenge or neurodevelopmental challenge. You're seeing improvements on their insight scans, but you're waiting for noticeable symptoms to change in your daily life. Now, you're going to discover why neurological healing follows an inside out progression, how insight scans detect these changes before symptoms improve, and why this pattern actually confirms you're on the right healing path. You'll learn the crucial difference between masking symptoms and restoring true function, giving you the confidence to trust your child's unique healing journey. Because ultimately, according to the CDC, an estimated 40% of children today suffer from at least one chronic health condition. For these families, the conventional approach has traditionally been focused solely on management rather than addressing the root cause. And it creates a troubling cycle where medications may temporarily mask the signs, but they don't really support the true healing we want to see. Now, in our practice, we consistently observe a pattern. Parents reporting to us insight scans improve before symptoms change. This isn't coincidental, it's evidence of proper neurological recovery. Research shows the brain's neuroplasticity allows it to reorganize pathways, create new connections, and in some cases it's even going to generate new neurons. It's like upgrading your computer's operating system, and that's even after installation is complete. Individual programs need time to fully integrate with the new system we're working on. So it ultimately leads to the question of what are the insights scans actually measuring? Now, those insight scans provide an objective window into your child's nervous system function, and it primarily uses three tools. There's heart rate variability, which analyzes the balance between fight or flight and rest, digest, and heal. We also have the surface electromyography. Now, that's measuring muscle activity along the spine, and this helps us identify tension and altered function. And then last, we have our thermal scans, which detect temperature differences along the spine that reveal nervous system imbalances. Now, these scans detect subtle changes in your child's neurology long before those changes show up as an improved symptom. When we compare that with conventional medicine, it's really taught us that if symptoms are gone, you're better. But that's not really how healing works because symptoms are oftentimes the last thing to show up, and sadly, they're the last thing to go away. So we have to think of the insight scans like a weather radar. They detect clear skies forming even when there still seems to be a storm overhead. They show improvements in neurological function before symptom relief fully takes hold. And this really allows the body's natural healing process, and it really confirms that care is working at its root level. When your child's nervous system begins to heal, it must reorganize patterns that may have been there for years. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to rewire itself. And it starts right away, and insight scans detect those changes. But that means behavior, digestion, regulation, those take time. Your child's brain and body need to learn how to express those internal changes externally. They need time to strengthen those new neurological pathways. They have to weaken the old dysfunctional ones. And we have to integrate changes into your daily life by building consistency across all different environments. So we have to talk about timeline because the longer dysfunction has been present, the longer it takes to reorganize and heal. We always talk in our office about the perfect storm, and that means prenatal stress, birth trauma, toxins, chronic stress. They're usually accumulating for years, and adjustments target subluxations, the areas where we have neurospinal dysfunction. And this allows the nervous system to create healthier communication. And while the scans detect those changes quickly, visible outward healing follows a unique timeline based on how long the dysfunction has been there and how deeply it's affected your child. Understanding this step sets realistic expectations, and it really empowers you to trust the journey that we're on. To learn more, click the link in our bio and talk to us more about the insight scans for your child's healing journey. We'll talk to you soon.